Hi, my name is Sammi. Today is day 1 out of 7 of our trip here in Tokyo, and I'll be bringing you along to show you everything that we eat here. Let's go. For our very first meal in Tokyo, we stumbled into this chain called Tendon Tenya. They had solid tempura and udon, but nothing too memorable. If you saw my Osaka vlog, you might recognize this spot. I gave it really high praise. We said it was the best noodles that we've ever had. So of course we had to go again in Tokyo. Unfortunately, I have to say that this Tokyo location disappointed us. Objectively, it still was good, but the soup was not as flavorful. It wasn't as cold and the noodles less springy. I would still recommend visiting this chain. For dinner the next day, we wandered into this Thai restaurant after seeing that they serve one of my favorite dishes ever, which is this stir-fry water spinach. The dish is a bit spicy and very garlicky, so the flavor really packs a punch. Of course, at a Thai restaurant, we're basic and we had to order a pad Thai. And our last dish was this grilled pork neck, which had a really crispy exterior but was soft and chewy inside. Honestly, this was one of my top meals in Tokyo, I think, but the one con is that I think the portions could be bigger for the price. If you're serious about your coffee, you might want to consider checking out Glitch Coffee.
Okay. Yeah, all of them is light roast. Yeah.
They change depending on coffee bench. As they
So, what did you think?
Good.
I was mostly there for company because I like drinking my coffee sweet.
And what did you think of it?
I got an iced latte. I think it was good. I don't really have any other comments because honestly I couldn't really taste that it tasted like the stuff that it said it tastes like.
I mean, to be
flavors.
honest, I didn't really know what you meant by all this stuff, but I just think the taste was very complex.
Two people very far from being coffee connoisseurs. It was interesting. Like, it's a cool experience. I think if you're actually into coffee, then you should
I think the
definitely
experience
go.
itself was good though. Like sitting
Yeah.
down at the bar, watching them make coffee.
Just be prepared for like a 45-minute wait. If you're in Japan, especially if you've never tried, you definitely have to visit Ichiran. They serve a really solid bowl of hearty tonkatsu ramen. Some might say it's overhyped, but honestly, I think it's just really good. Every location is designed so you sit in an individual booth, which also makes the place unique. To start off another day, we had to grab another coffee. We found this minimalist cafe called Roar Coffee on Google Maps, and we were drawn to pictures of their rainbow latte. We ordered the latte, the art was really beautiful, and we enjoyed both of the ones that we ordered. There's some hyped restaurants that people always talk about having to visit if you go to Japan, and I think Gyukatsu Motomura is definitely one of them. They specialize in this fried beef cutlet that you then cook to your liking at a hot plate that's put on your table. This was our first time at this chain, but we actually had Gyukatsu at Lake Kawaguchiko, which is near Mount Fuji. It was hard not to compare since we just had that Gyukatsu not too long ago, and I have to say that the Gyukatsu here was oilier and less flavorful. Taking a break from traditional Japanese food, we had brunch at Flippers in Shibuya. Their specialty is soufflé pancakes, which is basically a Japanese twist on the traditional pancake. The difference is that they're really light and fluffy, and in my opinion, way superior to regular pancakes. We did have to wait outside for 40 minutes, but the pancakes that we ordered were both really delicious, and I would definitely go back for the uji matcha cream one. Tsukemen means dipping noodles, and it's similar to ramen except the noodles and the broth come separately. The noodles are also typically chewier and the broth is much thicker. This is another spot that we basically just stumbled into, and it ended up being one of our Tokyo meal highlights. Their broth was really rich and delicious together with the noodles, and you can add a lot of things like sesame or seaweed. Whether you've tried Tsukemen before or not, I would definitely check this place out in Tokyo. I wonder if this is like a known place or if it's kind of low-key, because everyone obviously knows about the Starbucks downstairs.
I think it's kind of low-key. It's not that expensive.
The Scramble. Go one floor up to the Share Lounge instead. It's all you can eat snacks and drinks like coffee and juice and stuff for like $16-ish, and then all you can drink alcohol for like $22.
Yes.
And you get a view of Shibuya Scramble, even though they're not really scrambling right now. For our first ever omakase experience, we came to Sushi Dai here at Toyosu Market. If you want to come here, be prepared to start lining up at 4 a.m. We actually came straight from the club and we got here at around 4:30, and there were already about 10 people ahead of us. Once they open, you can pick a time slot, and we chose the earliest time, which was 6 a.m. Omakase, if you didn't know, it's special for being an intimate dining experience. Typically, you can watch the sushi chefs make the food right in front of you, and they'll introduce each dish as they give it to you. Maybe it was because we were too exhausted from staying up all night and that it was just too early to be eating that much sushi, but I kind of found this spot underwhelming. I don't regret visiting, but I wouldn't come again, especially because you have to line up so early. Fast forward a few hours, it's the same day but at 11 a.m. and we're at another omakase. If you're wondering why we're having omakase twice in one day, not even in one day, in hours, this was actually our original reservation and we hadn't planned on going to the first spot, Sushi Dai, at all, but that's just how things happened. After sleeping 1 hour, we dragged ourselves out again to Manten Sushi, which is a really popular omakase spot, and I had to reserve online in advance, and if you want to come, you definitely will have to as well. I really loved almost everything that they served here. Generally, omakase ranges in price. Some can be very expensive, but I think this place is a really good deal. For 8,800 yen, you get all this sushi. So I really can't recommend this spot enough, and next time I'm in Tokyo, I think I would come here again. In Asakusa, besides souvenir shopping, there's a lot of food. I'm a really big lover of sweet potato, so I got this one sweet potato cake and also a bag of these fried sweet potatoes covered in glazing. I would get the cake again, but the sweet potato balls were kind of disappointing. Down the street, we stopped at this Japanese matcha sweets where we just got a matcha ice cream. It was good, but not as good as the one we tried in Kyoto. Try. And lastly, at this other location, not sure if it's the same store, but we saw online matcha beer, so we tried it. It's good. It's not like putting me on the matcha latte hype train, but we had no reservations, so we arrived 30 minutes before opening at Naruse Unagi eel restaurant. It's a small, cozy restaurant specializing in unagi, and in my memory, I think that's the only thing they sell. Unagi, if you didn't know, is eel, and it's very delicious paired with a sweet sauce typically and over rice. If you've never tried unagi, definitely give it a try. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you found a restaurant that appeals to you. Comment down below if there's a place that you would like to try, as well as recommendations for me for my next Japan trip in the future. After a week of meals in Tokyo, definitely our favorite dining food and experience was Manten Sushi Omakase. It's just a great value for what you get. Everything about it was excellent, from the food to the service to the coziness of the restaurant itself, so I definitely think it's worth the hype. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe down below for more travel, food content, as well as regular vlogs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!